You know you need to create content for your new consulting or professional services business. But what kind do you need? We'll cover that in this video. Plus, how to use your content to stay in your prospects' minds. Ferris here. Let's dive in. When it comes to formatting and presenting your content, there are best practices for every platform. A post for LinkedIn will be shorter than a blog post on your website, and the content you create should fit that platform. Like if you're working on Instagram or TikTok, the format there is much shorter. Just make sure the videos are still relevant and timely for your audience. So you've created content in line with the best practices for the platform. Now it's time to leverage that content. First, search engines will index the web pages and also the PDFs that you post on your website. If you're producing good content, following some basic SEO best practices, and thereby begin to get some decent rankings on the results pages of Google and other search engines, you'll get more organic search engine traffic, that is, free search engine traffic from leads who are looking for services like yours. I suggest you learn the basics of SEO, some of which I'll be covering in upcoming episodes. Building search engine traffic can take a while, but a second, more immediate benefit of content production is to reinforce your authority with your existing network and new prospects. And before we continue, do you have questions about how content can support the sales process for your new consulting or professional services business? Submit the Ask Ferris form at startupwithferris.com. Let's continue. Say you're building a cybersecurity consulting business. After a big networking event, you want to follow up with those you spoke with. Instead of getting on the phone and making a hard sale, you might be able to send them an email that says, "The other day, you mentioned some concerns about hacks and phishing attacks for your company's remote workers. I just published a blog post with the cybersecurity best practices for hybrid workplaces. I believe you might find it helpful." I'm certain they would appreciate you remembering their problem and providing a potential solution. This person might think, "Wow, the security consultant is already answering my questions. They must be an expert." And third, people are checking you out. If you're out building your network and using guerrilla marketing techniques we've discussed in previous episodes, some people are going to check out your website and social media. Research has shown us that those leads are at least 3 times more likely to convert to customers on sites with content versus sites that only have company information. So now, how does content creation look in practical terms? Earlier in this marketing series, I mentioned financial advisor Jane Smith. Let's consider potential content marketing approaches that Jane could take. She's in a very competitive market. If Jane has created content that said, "Hi, I'm a financial advisor here to help you plan your retirement," she'd fade into the background of the tens of thousands of financial advisors in the US. Her audience has needs, wants, desires, and wishes, so she needs to connect with them on the things that are important to them. Maybe someone is worried about their retirement. They don't know whom to trust, and they hear all these scams and all the people losing their life savings. Jane could write about it. She can write about it from a unique perspective. She'd be adding tremendous value to her audience as she's addressing their real concerns, as well as tips on how to protect themselves from scammers. Or she'll record a quick video showing a phishing scam in her spam box and comment on it. And maybe she's at a business event and someone mentions the uncertainty in the crypto market. She could write her take on best steps forward, post it, and then offer the write-up to the person in question, and then create a blog post on her site to benefit website visitors who may have the same concerns. These types of posts are from real-world experiences full of empathy with a human touch. I advise you to take a similar approach as part of your content efforts. Every time someone tells you an issue they're having and you have an idea to solve it, that's a blog post. There's a story you can tell. That's a quick video you can do on your iPhone. The big idea, no matter which platform and medium you choose, is to commit to the content production process and make sure you're publishing consistently. If writing is not one of your strengths, get help from a writer or an editor who can present your ideas in their best shape. And don't just post that Fortune 100 article. That doesn't add any value. Add context and new information, or make a case for why you agree or disagree. So that's a top-level view of content marketing, creating content and leveraging that content in your marketing efforts. No matter what you create, here are some things to keep in mind. 1, be authentic. I know that word is overused and sounds cliche, but it's true. Be authentically you with your own stories and knowledge, and people will connect to that. 2, get help with the creation process as needed. If you can't afford a full-time writer, get some part-time help. Get your ideas down and have someone else edit them. 3, commit to the long game. This is going to take time. No shortcuts. No matter what internet marketers say, no shortcut. 4, consistently create. Block time, sit down, and get your ideas on paper. Take an extra hour at the beginning or end of the day. Write about the breakthrough a client had or the problem you just learned about. The more you create, the better your content will become. 5, audience first. Always do your best to produce content that will meaningfully help or enrich your audience. The business benefit to you will equal the value that you provide. If you're finding these tips helpful, please like this video and subscribe to this channel or add a comment on YouTube. And check out startupwithferris.com to access more resources and to learn how you can give back at any stage of your startup journey.